please. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gustavo Rivera. Yay! And, by the way, that guy that just streamed right there, I want to talk about him for a second. Mr. Bill Samuels. Give him a hand, please. And I just realized something about Bill Samuels. Bill Samuels is our Carl Palladino, except he's right. He's like angry and just but angry about the right things. And thank you to that man, partly because of the work that you did and the New Roosevelt Initiative did. I am where I am. Thank you, Bill, and the New Roosevelt Initiative. And thank you. Thank you and thank you to every single individual here in the Young Democrats. Because I know that I saw a lot of these faces up in the Bronx 2 weeks ago. Yes, you did. Yes, I did. And there's a lot of faces that I didn't see. Is that Carlucci? Come here for a second. Come here. Dave Carlucci, give him a hand, please. Come up here. I do want to take a second to introduce this man right here. Dave Carlucci is running for state senate up in Rockland County. And he is the type of person that we're need in the state senate. Now, I used to work in the state senate in the Democratic Conference, and we were in the minority, and I worked extremely hard to make sure that we would get to the majority. And why? Because if we have a majority in the state senate that is trustworthy and stable, we will be able to actually deal with the issues that impact our communities. We will actually be able to deal with progressive legislation dealing with healthcare, with women's right to choose, with marriage equality, with education, with housing, all of these things. That is why we need a Democratic majority. And that's why we need a bigger Democratic majority, which is why people like this guy right here, Carlucci, needs to be supported. Now, the work that we did 2 weeks ago, and the work that you all did for months before that, to make sure that we would be successful. Now, the guy that I ran against, well, let's call him past tense from now on. Let's not mention his name. I know you got a lot of leftover shirts you might want to sell, I understand that. But it's got to be past tense now, because the brother is done. He is gone, he is past tense. And it is because of the work that you have done. There was a little sign up here. I'm young, I'm progressive, now what? You're young, you're progressive, and you know the what. It is about the organizing. It is about the knocking on doors. It is about the talking to people about issues that are important to them and why progressive values and people in government with progressive values are better able to address those concerns. That is what Democrats should stand for. That is what the Young Democrats stand for. And that's what I believe the state senate needs to stand for. And it certainly will be what I stand for when I'm in the state senate. So I do not want to be up here for long because I know that you got some dancing and partying and drinking going on. Had I known that you all have dressed up, I would have dressed up for you. This old thing. Which I actually paid for, by the way. I paid for this. I did. But I did want to come up here and say thank you. Because the work that you did in the last couple of months and 2 weeks ago, it is that type of work that we need to continue to do. Because without young people getting involved in the process, without young people understanding that it is necessary for them to become involved, we will continue to have bad decisions being made in government. Because that's what I tell my students all the time. And the great thing about this, and you can attest to this because you were my students, so you know I said this. And I know that you say it to your friends every single day. The decisions that happen in DC, the decisions that happen in Albany, the decisions that happen at City Hall, whether you're involved or not, they get made. And they impact your life every single day. So you can choose to not be involved. That's fine. Play your Xbox. I do too. But I actually go outside after a little bit. Although I haven't played it in a while. I have to go online and get my ass kicked in Halo or something. Whether you are involved or not, the decisions that are made in Albany impact your life every single day. And it is the recognition of that fact with my neighbors in the Bronx. Because the one that I want to make sure that we give all a hand to are my neighbors in the Bronx. Give them a hand, please. My neighbors in the Bronx. It was with your help. It was with your help. But if there was not a recognition in these folks that there is a disconnect, that there is a dysfunction in Albany, that when Albany is broken, that when things don't work there, we get screwed down here. There's a recognition of that. And the work that you did, the work that we all did, was about telling people this every single day and know that there was an option. It was hard work. But now the real tough stuff starts. And I'm going to continue to need your help. Because when we go to Albany, and now I'm going to go up there, I've worked there before, I was a chief of staff for a state senator, I worked there we're in the minority conference, and I know that it is not unicorns and, a nice little, want to be gold or something like that. There's none of that. It is a mess and a half. I recognize it, I see it, and I'm going to go up there knowing full well that I'm going to have to get my hands real dirty to be able to start to fix this thing. But I cannot do it without your help. So I thank you for the work that you've done so far. I thank you for the work that you're going to do going forward. I hope this is not the last time that we speak, the last time that we see each other. And you're young, you're progressive, now what? Join the Young Democrats. That's what you can do. Thank you so much. Now, move your asses. Like, put some music on, move your asses down. Come on. There you go.